Imagine living in Newark, Delaware, a place where economically it's stable, people have better opportunities for jobs, education, health system, and they also have the right for vote and they exercise that right. And also, they feel safe when people walk on Main Street at any time, day, night. However, if you keep driving a few minutes ago to a small town in Maryland, in the border between Delaware and Maryland, it's totally the opposite. People don't feel safe. People don't have the same job opportunities, education, health, and because of that, it's a they live in a risk high level um, and living standards. Well, this is something that is happening in Nogales, Mexico, and Nogales, Arizona. Even though those towns are not far from each other, they share the same culture, the same background, they are in a totally opposite way. Why nations fails talk about this in chapter one, and the main reason why I chose this chapter is because as a Mexican American, I thought that this was an interesting topic and explain why is the main reason of two towns that they are almost similar, we would say like twins, they have a different ways in how their citizens live in a different living standards. So the author focused on history as well as in explaining why this is happening, and it's nothing that something it has been new. The authors start talking about when Spain came to America to exploring new land. They use different ways in how to get the goodies from this continent. When they arrive to Bogota in Colombia, they become friends of the leader from the natives, and then they kidnap this person, and they ask the natives to bring the goodies such as a gold, silver, and other stones for them to be able to release their leader. On the other hand, in Mexico, when they came to Mexico, they become again friends of the Moctezuma Emperor. They also, Hernan Cortes got married with his daughter, and they bring disease. They use like a biological weapon, because they know that the number of the natives was such a high number that they could easily not be able to win the war. So when the Spanish came to America, they also used religious as a one of as another strategy. And when they established some um, some of them to administer all of the wealthiness and ship it to Europe, this is how the political system is start establishing based on hierarchies. On the other hand, when British came to America, they came with whatever was left over. Due to a civil war, they did not explore new land for such a long time. And when they found out that the Kingdom of Spain was getting a lot of um, material from other land, they decided to explore. But at that point, Spain was almost the owner for most of the whole continent. So when they came to America, they struggled to find then gold, silver, and stuff like that. So at some point, they became independent from the natives to exchange food, since all of the reserves that they brought from home they were getting out. So the author really expressing how everything was established in Latin America. They were bargerarchies. And even after when they independent from Spain, whoever started getting in charge using the same rules and politics that the Kingdom of Spain established before, and that is how inequality started become, because even though they were not dependent from Spain anymore, they follow the same process and still using religious to be able to get um, um, goods from people, and also not being able to open the education for everybody, and it's like a way to control society. On the other hand, when when the British arrived to America and they found out that there was no way to find wealthiness, they start to divide land to whoever came in the same ship, and at some point they established that they were not allowed to get back. So they divide land, and then they start ruling in another conditions. Here, they people were forced to work and give all of those for whoever administered the wealthiness. Here, on the other hand, they were land and given so they could extend the territory and start to the colony with poorness, pretty much. When Mexico sold Nogales and the whole part from California, Arizona, and that part from the country, the U.S. established their own rules, and then is how the inequality has been through the time. And it's not a matter of government, it's a matter in how the culture and the socioeconomic system has been through the time, that it's been really difficult to exchange. And in the developing countries doesn't account who the person is, but also it depends on who rules. um, and everybody see um, for their own personal stuff. So that was a really interesting topic that I found in the book, and through chapter one, reading the whole history, about why this is the main difference, and why two cities can be like sisters, but at the same time they can be ruled by different way, and obviously the living standards um, change, and it's a really notable. Take care.